Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
The Avengers radio series, a cultural phenomenon in South Africa back in the 1970s. South Africa was a country with no national television service. It wasn't until 1976 that the country would get its first taste of television broadcasts. But before that, radio was the primary medium of entertainment and information for the masses. This was the context when The Avengers, a British spy-fi series, made its debut on South African radio and became a cultural phenomenon. The Avengers was a British television series that originally aired from 1961 to 1969. The show revolved around the adventures of John Steed, a suave and sophisticated secret agent, and his various female associates. The series was a unique blend of traditional spy thriller elements with science fiction and fantasy, which set it apart from other shows of its time. While the series was hugely popular in the UK and had also made a significant impact in the American markets, being one of the rare British series given a network transmission slot, it was virtually unknown in South Africa. This was primarily due to the lack of a national television service in the country until 1976. However, as a film series, The Avengers was able to gain some exposure in South Africa through film rentals. But it was the launch of the radio series that truly brought The Avengers to the masses in South Africa. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net.
Yes, we are. You know it. And, Webley, you two, Wally, and Mary, would you all go over there, please? Check the assignment board for the week.
Oh, boy, this is fun.
Remember, we had some confusion last week with Wally Ballou. He brought his family into town. We had a big assignment for him. We don't want that to happen again.
Well, okay.
We'll go over there.
Well, just look over the lineup for the week, and then you can make your plans without getting into any mix-up over what you're supposed to do.
You know,
well-run organization. Have everything set up.
Well, I think...
What's the matter over there?
There's a little
Work it
trouble.
out among yourselves.
There's a little trouble over at the assignment board.
Well, now I can see.
All right.
What do you mean? I mean just that you have a certain stash in this community.
Would you
Very sorry about that. I'll get your thing out by yourself. Okay. All right, thanks very much.
Hey, Bob, we've been so pressed for time all day long that we haven't had a chance to call our answering service.
I know.
Messages, you know.
In fact, we haven't called them since Friday. You think it'd be a good idea to call the answering service?
I think so, really, yeah.
You have the number there on that piece of paper?
Yeah, it's right there.
Let's see.
Hello, Ines Clayton speaking. Ines Clayton of the Mrs. Bordez answering service.
Hello, this is Bob Elliott of Bob and Ray. Any messages for us?
Yes, I have some here. The first is a message for Mr. Goulding.
Who?
Mr. Goulding.
Is there Mr. Goulding here?
Me, Bob, me.
Oh, it's for Ray. Yeah, well, I'll take it.
All right. Would you tell him that a Mrs. Enid Preston called, and she said that the paper sticker for his car...
What sticker's that?
I believe she said it was the one that read Vote Yes on Proposition 12.
I see, yeah.
Or it might have said Vote No on that. I can't
Doesn't
remember.
matter.
Well, anyhow, it's in the mail.
Oh, good.
And she mentioned that Mr. Goulding better not put it near the exhaust pipe on his car, as the glue on the paper melts easily.
All right, well, I'll tell Ray that it's in the mail, and...
She also mentioned that the sticker had glue on both sides, so Mr. Goulding can paste it inside or outside his car. It's optional, she said.
Any messages for me?
Did you order a globe, a world globe, from a department store?
Yes, I did, about a month ago.
I thought so.
What about it?
Well, the man from the store told me to tell you that during the hot spell, the paint on the globe ran and all the countries fused together.
Oh.
He He asked me to ask if he still wanted it.
Well, I guess it's better than nothing. If he calls back, tell him to deliver it, okay?
All right, let me copy that down. Mr. Elliott wants the defective...
I don't know what you call it, defective...
the funny globe delivered. There, that's got it. Incidentally, the man from the store told me to tell you that it's COD, $36, and he wanted to know if you'd be there to accept it and pay for the delivery.
Well, somebody will be there.
Well, the man from the store said that you'd better be there to accept it because the globe kind of looks like a beach ball, and only you'd know it was the world globe. See, well, what he meant was someone else might not want to pay $36 for what seemed to be a beach ball. So will you be there when it's delivered?
Did he say what day it will be delivered?
He said once he knew whether you wanted it, and you seemed to want it.
Yes, I do.
Well, he said that once he knew, the world globe would be delivered sometime between the 8th of this month and the 4th of next month.
Well, that would time me up for almost, let me see, about a month, I guess.
Just about, Mr. Elliott.
Well, I'll tell you, if he calls back, tell him to put the world globe in a box.
That's a good idea. If it's in a box, anyone can take it. No questions asked.
Well, that's it, then. Tell him to put it in a box, and I don't care when it's delivered. Any other messages for us?
Yes, there's another message for you from the department store. They wanted to know if you ordered a beach ball.
I ordered a medicine ball, not a beach ball.
Well, the factory colored some medicine balls by mistake, and things are very chaotic at the store. They want to know...
I tell you, that's about all the time we have to spend talking with you at the moment, Miss Clayton. But,
don't forget to remind Mr. Goulding that the stickers are on the way.
I'll tell him, and we'll call back after the show with any more messages, all right? Goodbye. I don't think he needed to even bother calling there.
Oh, well, I'm glad those stickers are coming. I like them for the car.
Hey, one of my assignments on the board there, sir, to help you with the Columbia photograph commercial.
Yeah, by that we...
What do you want me to do?
We want you to hold it up so the audience can see it while we talk about it.
Oh, you don't want me to say anything?
But still, if you could put it on the top of your head, maybe...
Well, now, these are very light and easy to carry, but I wouldn't advise carrying them on my head.
No, you don't have to carry. Just so the folks at the rear of the huge auditorium from where we're broadcasting today can see.
Oh, you just hold it up there. Balance it, kind of. All right.
There you see it, audience. That's one of the 7U portables by Columbia. And you know you can carry the fun with you with the Columbia Stereophonic high-fidelity portable phonograph. If it bothered you, you can put it down.
No,
have you all seen it?
It's lighter than I thought, actually.
Mm-hmm. And
want me to pretend to plug it into my pocket?
Yeah, that'll give it a nice flip. Yeah, that's a good idea. Mm-hmm. That's a nice added fillip. There's more quality and there's more features and more styling built into new Columbia portables than ever before. Play stereo and even regular records take on new beauty when you play them on these beautiful Columbia phonographs.
So thrilled to the excitement of Stereo One by Columbia, number one in the wonderful world of sound. And they're economical, too. Prices start only $24.95. See them at your Columbia dealer today.
No, it's okay. I can take it down now. They're all through with the commercial.
Once again, it's time for Grand Hotel, a speck of a place, a heck of a place on Route 14 near Hadleyville, where the mountains reach the sky and living is as easy as pie. And once again, we find uncompromising owner and general manager Leonard Humphrey out front.
I'm coming. Stop blowing the horn. I'm starting at the vibration. Crack the ink well on the front desk.
Hey, mister.
All right.
What are your rates here? What are the rates? Let's go.
Well, first let me introduce myself. I'm Leonard Humphrey, owner and general manager of Grand Motel.
Oh, that's fine. Now, what are your rates?
You can have a cabin for $1.75 a day.
It's a little steep, Humphrey. Do I get any services thrown in with it?
Yeah. You get a free continental breakfast consisting of donuts and coffee.
And what time do you serve the continental breakfast, Humphrey?
Well,
Dad. Wait a minute. Wait till I get there. Don't tell him what time you serve the breakfast.
All right, Naomi.
Say, Humphrey, what's a swell-looking girl doing in a dump like this?
She's my daughter.
Dad, did you tell him what time we serve the continental breakfast?
Not yet, Naomi.
Oh, thank heavens for that. Now, listen, Dad, we can't afford to lose another customer, so serve the continental breakfast whenever he wants it. Remember, we need the money for advertising purposes.
All right, Naomi, I'll serve it whenever he wants it.
Hey, Humphrey, I asked you a question. I never got an answer.
Well, the continental breakfast will be
That's not
served.
the question I want an answer to. Come on now, come on. I asked you before, what's a swell-looking girl like that doing in a dump like this?
She's my daughter.
Okay. Now, what time's the continental breakfast served?
Any time you want it.
All right, Humphrey, let's see. I want to fly out of here and be back. I'll gamble till about 1 in the morning and fly. See, I should be back here, Humphrey. I want the free continental breakfast at 4 in the morning.
All right. You can have the continental breakfast at 4 in the morning.
That's more like it, Dad.
Everything's under control here, Naomi. Better change the blotter on the front desk.
Say, Humphrey, suppose I get back from Vegas an hour early. Can I have the continental breakfast at 3?
Well, I suppose I can relax the rules a little bit. Yes, you can have the continental breakfast at 3.
Wait a minute, Humphrey. What kind of a place is this? I don't like the idea of relaxed rules. I'll bet you relax all kinds of rules around here.
You wait a minute, sir. Take your hand off the brake. Release and... Take your hand off the brake release and listen.
No, sir. Who knows what kind of a bad place this is? So long, Humphrey.
Oh, shucks. Wait till Naomi hears about this.
When did Humphrey take much more of this and remain solvent? Is advertising the answer to the problem? Be with us again soon as another car pulls up to Grand Motel.
What's that? Arthur Schrank, our whale announcer, is calling in from the office of station manager Hubbard Hood in WKRC Cincinnati.
Good old Hub. I hope he understands the predicament.
Yeah. Hello, Arthur.
Hello.
Again, Frank.
Oh, get off.
All the money we've put
Get off.
advertising.
Oh, get off my ear, will you, Hood? Hey, Bob and Ray.
Yes,
This fella, boy, I had to scrape him off the ceiling when I told him that Smelly Dave had been, Just a second, will you, Hood?
I can't make out much of what you're saying.
Just saying that when I told Mr. Hood that Smelly Dave had been kidnapped. Hi, everybody. Arthur Schrank. How are you, Bob?
Okay,
Hey,
what's the
this
trouble?
guy Hood, I had to scrape him off the ceiling when I told him that Dave was whale-napped.
Well, you explained to him that it was out of our hands, that we have a detective working on it, and we're trying to run down all the clues we have.
Yeah, but, I have to take all the blame. Why don't you people talk to him?
What am I going to tell my listeners?
Gee whiz,
You're writing in there, phoning up Frank all the time, and I think you should be held responsible.
Hey, Hood, come here.
Yeah?
Talk to the boss.
I don't want to talk to the
Well, don't give me all the
You're
guff all
here
the
as a
time.
whale representative.
Well,
Whale of a representative you are.
well, I don't
Well,
know.
Arthur, look,
Yeah.
talk to him as best you can and try to get
Well,
clues
you
out.
can't talk to the guy.
Give our best to all the folks at WKRC in Cincinnati, will you? They're wonderful people out there.
I know, but Mr. Hood is upset. I mean, really.
We'll see what we can do to a phony like this, Frank.
Hang up, Bob.
Yeah. Bye, Arthur.
Wonderful time they're all having out at good old WKRC in Cincinnati, and we hope Mr. Hood is happy and pleased with the promotion.
Well, he didn't seem to be too happy and pleased with it.
Well, I couldn't hear. I could just hear for a second.
Hello?
Hello, this is Arthur Schrank again.
Yeah. Well, Arthur, we don't have any more time to talk to you. I know you're having trouble out there, but...
He hit me.
Well, I tell you...
I don't know what to do.
He had reason to. I really think he did.
Okay.
Give me that other phone over there, will you? We've got to get Thurber Whitechapel and continue his story from Chicago. The telephonic story he began on
this big,
Friday.
huge iceberg.
Well, this fellow was going back to Bulgaria, where he was born, right, to get some cream pie like you remembered.
The boat hit this iceberg, and in a matter of
seconds. It was well under the water. It was a tough thing. Well, he was floundering around.
I meant to tell you, Thurber, if you could just kind of speed it up a little, get to the point, what happens when he gets back to Bulgaria?
He got picked up by this Norwegian sardine trawler.
Oh, he was picked up.
And they were brought back and dropped off I forget the captain's name of this Norwegian sardine trawler, but he went way out of his way to
probably
bring him back, and he dropped him off in France.
Well, he got to France, he got to the mainland.
Well, now he's, meanwhile, of course, all he has is the one wet suit.
Yes, not very much money either, I remember. He liquidated all his assets before he left.
All his money is gone, and he had to get a train now to go up over the Swiss Alps and down into his native Bulgaria over down below. Well,
you think maybe he'd get there tomorrow because we're going to have to call him?
He got over and he got on the train. Train pulled out of Cherbourg and was heading
swell. Well, I tell you, we will have to carry that over until tomorrow because there's no more time left today, but it is getting interesting.
It sure is. And we'll have to get a nice letter off to Mr. Hood explaining things.
Yes.
Until tomorrow, then, this is Ray Goulding reminding you to write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumb.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
21st Precinct, aka 21st Precinct and 21st Precinct, was a police drama broadcast on CBS Radio from July 7, 1953 to July 26, 1956. It was initially a summer replacement for My Friend Irma. The program was produced in cooperation with the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association of the City of New York and presented adaptations from true criminal records in New York. From the policeman's point of view. Historically, the 21st Precinct had been located near Gramercy Park in Manhattan, but in 1929 the department reorganized the precinct numbering, and the 21st designation was dropped from use. No such precinct existed during the show's run, nor does a 21st exist today. However, the fictional precinct's territory corresponds closely to that of the Upper East Side's 23rd Precinct as it has existed since 1929. Stanley Niss was the producer, writer, director. The role of Precinct Captain Frank Kennelly was played by Everett Sloan for the first 109 episodes and briefly in episode 135. During episode 109, Captain Frank Kennelly was promoted to Deputy Inspector and reassigned out of the 21st Precinct. He was replaced by Captain Cronin James Gregory, 1955-56, and Les Damon, 1956. Other cast regulars were Ken Lynch as Lieutenant Matt King, Harold Stone as Sergeant Waters, Jack Arissa as Sergeant Collins, and Santos Ortega as Lieutenant Gorman. The program's announcer began the program's opening each week. 21st Precinct. It's just lines on a map of the city of New York. Most of the 173,000 people wedged into the 9/10 of a square mile between Fifth Avenue and the East River wouldn't know, if you asked them, that they lived or worked in the 21st. Whether they know it or not, the security of their persons, their homes, and their property is the job of the men of the 21st. At that point the lead actor would complete the introduction. The 21st Precinct. 160 patrolmen, 11 sergeants and 4 lieutenants of whom I'm the boss. My name is Kennelly. Frank Kennelly. I'm captain in command of the 21st. Art Hanna, Bob Hill, and Hugh Holder were the program's announcers. The series was produced by John Ives. It was usually directed and written by Stanley Niss. Another source lists Niss as producer. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net.